Hello, good morning students. See, in our last lecture we complete up to all the illustration of chapter 1 as well as your exercise 1 doubts of section A, B, C, D, right? And now in this lecture we are doing your side doubt, that is section E and section F doubts. Here I am doing that particular sums. Okay, see here in section E, first question is very easy because here unit is given and price of current year as well as price of base year is given. So here we have to just find out the general index number, that we already done in illustration number 2, and it is also your homework of previous lecture and you complete that. Now second one. Second, see, the second question is price of current year, price of base year and the quantity of the base year. On the basis of this you have to find out the total expenditure method index number, that is IL, and you already done this, that is also easy for you. Now in third question, see, the consumption is given and price, that is quantity, price, quantity of the base year, price of the base year and price of the current year, quantity of a current year, price of a current year and price of a base year is given, and you have to find out the total expenditure method index number, that here you have to find out IP, because here quantity of a current year is given. So again it is easy, IL and IP, total expenditure method, both are very easy to you. Now in fourth question again it is easy, you have to find out fixed base index number as well as you have to find out the average 2008 and 9 2000 average of 2008 and 9, and then taking that average as a fixed base, and you have to find out the fixed base index number, that is second question. Fourth question, in that 1 and 2 questions are there. First question is fixed base index number and the second average. First of all you have to take the average and then find out the fixed base index number. It is again easy to you. Then fifth question, see here again weight is given and IW, that is index, is given, so you have to multiply that particular 2 and you have to find out the family budget method index number. That's why again IW upon sigma W, that is easy to you. But now the question, sixth question is your doubt. See, some student told me about the 6 questions as a doubt because here index number, find out index number, the question is given into the theory form and you have to convert them into the practical form. Okay, so here we have to first of all understand the question. Here index number is given as well as their importance is given. Importance means their weight, and index number, that is I, and you have to find out the general index number for these 5 items, but here you have to find out the family budget method index number. Okay, so here I am doing that particular sum, and see the sum is like, see here, it is like illustration number 21. Here I am doing that particular sum. First of all item is given. See, I am reading the question first. The price of wheat increased by, see the word increase, that means you have to add. The word decrease you have to subtract, right? And on which amount we have to add or deduct, that means you have to add or deduct the amount, that is percentage from 100, because base year index is always 100. It is not given into the any sum that base year index number is what, always it is assumed to be 100. If the increase word is there, then you have to add 100 to that particular amount, and if decrease word is there, then you have to deduct minus that particular amount from 100, and you can find out the new index number. Okay, so here price of wheat increased by 70%, that's why 100 plus 70, 170 is your index number. Price of rice increase by 40%, that is 100 plus 40, that is 140 is your index number for wheat and rice in year 2015, that is in the current year, on the basis of with respect to the base year, that is 2010. Okay, the price of bajri decreased by, now it is decreased, so 100 minus 25%, that's why 100 minus 25, 75 is the index number of bajri, new index number of bajri. Next, the price of oil again increase, then add 40%, that's why 100 plus 40, that is 140. Then, and the price of ghee decrease by 5%. Again we have to deduct because the word decrease is there. You have to underline all the words increase, decrease, increase, decrease, right? Whenever increase word is there, you have to add. Whenever decrease word is there, you have to deduct from 100. Okay. Then what? Importance. If the importance of the oil means what? Weight is given into the theory form, we have to convert that weight into a practical one, like illustration number 21. The weight of the importance of oil is 3 times and the rice is double that of ghee. At the time of sum, I am explaining you. First of all, we will start the sum, and at the time of weight, I am explaining you that particular sentence. Okay. So now we will start your doubt, that is exercise 1, section E, question number 6. Item is given. First one is wheat, then rice, then rice, then bajri, then oil, and last one is ghee. Here the item is there. Now the next point is index number, but first of all we have to write down the percentage increase or decrease. So the next column is percentage increase, decrease. Then the original index number, that means 100 plus increase or 100 minus decrease. Here percentage increase, decrease, then index number, that is 100 plus increase and 100 minus decrease. If increase is there, we have to add 200. If decrease is there, we have to subtract 200. Okay. Next, weight, that is your W. Here it is your I, and now you have to just find out IW. Okay. Now see the sum. Here the price of wheat is increased by 70%. So here plus 70, because increase, that's why plus. If the decrease, that's why minus. So here price of wheat is increased by 70, then price of rice is increased by 40, that's why plus 40. Then price of bajri decreased by 40%, decreased by 25%, minus 25. Then price of oil increased by 40%, so plus 40. And the last one, the price of ghee again decreased by 5%. So here minus 5. Okay. So here wheat increase, rice increase, bajri decrease, oil increase, and ghee decrease. So what is your index number? 100 plus 70, that is 170. 100 plus 40, that is 140. 100 minus 25, 75. 100 plus 40, that is 140, and 100 minus 5, that is 95. Yes, this is your index number, right? Now see here, the main thing is here, your doubt is here, where the weight, or you can say importance, is given into the theory form, and we have to convert it into the practical one. What is that? See here, the twist is wording. See the wording. If the importance of oil is 3 times, and we have to cut that line, and see here, I am writing here, don't write it, I am just explaining you here. Just see, if the importance of importance of oil is 3 times. Now cut the word and of rice is double. Cut that. That of, now continue, that of what? That of ghee. So here 2 sentences are there. If the importance of oil is 3 times that of ghee, and if the importance of rice is double that of ghee. See here, the twist is here. Here 2 sentences are merged, and you have a confusion in this particular sentence. What is that? If the importance of oil is 3 times and rice is double that of ghee. This is the sentence given into the question. But what is the meaning of this? This is the 2 sentence and merge of these 2 sentences in 1 sentence, and that's why you have a doubt. What is that? If the importance of oil is 3 times that of ghee, and the second one is if the importance of rice is double that of ghee. Okay, so here that of ghee 2 times, that's why we have to first assume that here ghee's importance is 1. Assuming here, assume that ghee's importance is equal to 1. So here in ghee we have to write first 1. We are assuming that, right? Now what is the meaning of this sentence? If the importance of oil is 3 times that of ghee, 3 times that of ghee, that means here 1 into 3, that is 3. 3 is the importance of oil, so you have to write in a oil 3, right? Importance of oil is 3 times that of ghee. 1 into 3, that's why 3. Importance of oil is complete. Now the importance of rice is double that of ghee. Rice importance here is double, that's why 1 into 2, that is 2. So here your weight for rice is 2 and the weight for oil is 3, and we are assuming weight for ghee is equal to 1. Here complete 1 sentence. Now the second one. See the second one. And the importance of each of wheat and bajri, then both wheat and bajri, is double that of rice. What is the importance of rice now? It is 2. Now double of these, 2 into 2, that is what? 4. 4 is the importance of wheat as well as bajri. So here the wheat importance is 4 as well as bajri's importance is also 4, because the sentence said that importance of each, that is wheat and bajri, is double that of rice. Rice importance is now 2. Double of these, that is 2 into 2, that is 4. 4, 4 in each, that is wheat and bajra. 40. 4, 4, right? So now your question is now complete. Here, now you have to just multiply it and find out the answer. Now it is easy to you, but here the main problem is here. We have to convert. First of all, we have to find out these increase and decrease index number, and then we have to find out the weight, that is W. Okay, so here I am doing that particular sum now. It is easy, just multiplication and divide. 680, 280, 300, 420 and 95. What is the total? 1775. Sigma IW is equal to 1775. And what is sigma W? The total of these 14. See, you don't have to write this, just explain. I am just explaining you that here the sentence is merged, and here I am separate that particular two sentence and I am explaining you. So please don't write this. Okay, I am removing this. It is not a part of your answer. See, this one is the part of your answer. Assume that G is important is equal to 1. It is your answer. But here this one is not your part of the answer. I am just explaining you. Now I is equal to sigma IW upon sigma W. What is sigma IW? 1775. And what is sigma W? 14. So your index number is 126.79. 7857. So your approximate answer is 126.79, and you can write that increase. See here, you can subtract that and write down that 26.79% is increase in the price of the items is respect to in the year 2015 with the base year 2010, or you can say compare with the comparison of year 2010 as compared to the year 2010. Okay, so here your answer, your doubt will be solved. Now see again, seventh sum is of section E is very easy. It is just like last illustration, that is average monthly wage is given and cost of living index number is given, and from that you have to find out the real wage and then find out the purchasing power of the worker. So again it is easy, it is just divide and multiply and then find out the purchasing power only. That is also easy and there is no doubt from your side. Now the next doubt is of section F. That is, see first question, see the first question, last payer passe index number you have to find out P1 and total see price and total expenditure is given for base year and current year. You just have to divide total expenditure with price and find out the quantity of base year as well as for current year, and you can find out the index number of last payer and passe both, right? So first question is very easy. Okay, now the second one is also easy. You have to find out passe and Fisher index number. From this, in this question consumption, that is quantity is given, price is not given. See, in first question price given, quantity is not given, you have to find out from total expenditure column quantity of the particular item. And here in the second sum, price is not given, quantity, that is consumption, is given. You have to divide total expenditure by the consumption and find out the price, and then find out the Paasche and Fisher index number. Okay, so both are easiest sum. You have no doubt regarding for that two particular sum. Now the main doubt, again it is as illustration number 13. The main doubt is your unit sum. Unit given is there in the sum, and you have to find out the Fisher index number in question number 3. And here the working note is your doubt. Here the sum is not your doubt, that is P1 Q0, P0 Q0, P1 Q1 and P0 Q1. That is the multiplication. You can do all these things, but your main doubt is your working note. You cannot find out the originality. That means here the question is given into the unit form and we have to convert into the regular form. That means extra digit if anywhere there, then we have to remove that particular extra digit and find out the original one, and then we can find out the Fisher index number. Okay, so here I am doing that particular sum because it is your doubt. Now see the sum. So first of all I am explaining you that particular sum. Here in the unit column of item A, 20 kg is given. What? Kg. Quantity in the quantity column, again kg is given. So here there is no change, but 20 amount is extra amount. So we have to remove that 20 by dividing with its price of current year as well as price of the base year. Okay, now see here in the second item, that is in B, quintal is given, right? So quintal, again quintal, and the quantity column kg is given. So here what is that? Kg is given means what? We have to convert quintal into kg. Again 1 quintal is equal to 100 kg. Okay, so here 100 is the extra amount. We have to remove that particular 100 with dividing its price of current year as well as price of the base year. Okay, now in the item C, kg is given in the unit column, and in the quantity column gram is there. So at that time we have to convert gram into kg. So we have to convert quantity, not price. Okay, so here whenever we are converting quantity, we don't have to convert. In regular question we don't have to convert price, and whenever we are converting price we don't have to convert the quantity. In one or two sum, that is in rare case, we have to convert both, that is price as well as quantity, but not both of all the items. That is, if we are converting price of current year as well as base year, then we just have to convert only quantity of base year or quantity of current year, only one, not both. That is, we don't have to convert for all the items, that is price of base year, price of current year, quantity of base year as well as quantity of current year. We just have to convert only one, price or quantity of base as well as current year, and the remaining we have to convert only one, only price of current year or base year, or only quantity of current year or base year. Okay, so here it is rare case, but here in this case there is no any rare case is there. This is a regular sum. So kg is given in the unit column in the C, item C, and gram is given. So we have to convert that particular gram into the kg. Okay, now for item D, liter, no change. Okay, so item D, no working note is there. You just have to write Q0, P0, P1, Q1, nothing else. Same way in E, meter, all is given. You don't have to change anything in item E again. And last one in the item F, you dozen, and see here dozen is given in the unit column and pieces is given into the quantity column. So you have to convert dozen into pieces because the price of the item is given 30 and 36, that is base year price is 30 and the current year price is 36, and which is divisible by 12. That's why we have to convert that particular price, that is dividing by 12, and that's why whenever we are dividing the price, the unit column will change. That is, we have to write here dozen, we have to write pieces on this dozen column, right? Unit column we have to write pieces, not dozen. Okay, so I am explain this sum full. Now I am practically do this sum. See here, exercise 1, section F, question number 3. Now first of all I am writing the item A, B, C, D, E and F, right? Then then unit then year quantity, that is base year quantity Q0, then base year price P0, then current year quantity, that is Q1, and the current year price, that is P1. Now multiplication of these four, that means here we have to find out the Fisher index number. That's why P1 Q0, then P0 Q0, then P1 Q1, and then P0 Q1. Okay, now here I am doing the working notes. For item A, what is the working note for item A? See here, 20 kg is given, right? And here 20 is the extra amount, so we have to convert price of the base year as well as the price of the current year. What is that? Price of the base year is here 600 and 880 for the current year. So 600 divided by 20, So here the 30 is the price of the base year and 880 divided by 20, that is 44 is the price of the current year. Now we have to write the values here. In the unit column we have to write kg, right? 20 is removing, so we don't have to write 20. Now the quantity of the base year is 5, price is 30, quantity of the current year is 12, and the price is 44. Okay, so here item A is complete. Now see the item B, working note for item B. See here, quintal is given, so we have to write that 1 quintal is equal to 100 kg, and this 100 here in the unit column, if 100 kg is given, then in the quantity column kg is given, so here 100 is the extra amount. We have to remove that particular 100 with dividing with its the price of base year as well as price of the current year. So P0 and P1, again price of the base year is 1600 divided by 100, that is 16, and the price of the current year is 2400 divided by 100, 24. Okay, so here price of base year as well as price of the current year is 16 and 24. Okay, now I am writing the remaining amount given, that is here item B, kg. Now we are converting quintal into kg, that's why we in unit column we have to write kg. Okay, now quantity of the base year 10, quantity of current year 16, quantity of the base year current year 12, and the price of the current year 24. Again quantity of base year 10, price of base year 16, quantity of current year 12, and price of current year 24. Okay, so item B is over. Now item C, working note for item C. See here, what is the working note for item C? So item C is here kg. 1 kg is given. 1 kg is equal to 1000 gram. Right? Here we have to convert quantity. We don't have to convert. We can't convert the price, because if we are converting the price, then the answer is in fraction. 0.060 and 0.075 is the answer. So we cannot convert that into, that is we cannot convert the price, we have to convert a quantity. That's why see here Q0 is equal to, what is the Q0? Quantity of the base year is 1200 divided by 1000. So here 1.2 kg is the quantity of the base year, and here next 2000, quantity of the current year is equal to 2000 divided by 1000, that is 2 kg. So quantity of the base year is 1.2 kg as well as quantity of the base year is 2 kg. Now here I am writing, see, we are converting quantity, not converting price. That's why unit column kg is as it is. So we have to write here in the unit column kg. Now what is your base year? Quantity is 1.2 What is your base year price? That is 60, no change in the price. What is your current year quantity? 2 kg. And what is your price of the current year? That is 75, no change in the price. So here item A, B, C is complete. Now in set item D and E, no change is there, liter and meter. That's why we have to just write as it is, no change. Liter 30, 52, 36, 32. And in meter 12, 8, 20 and 12. And now see in the F, item F, we have a working note for item F also. We have working note, see here, for item F. What is the working note? See, first of all, 1 dozen is equal to 12 pieces. 1 dozen is equal to 12 pieces, right? Now we have to convert the price, not quantity here, because the price is divisible by 12. That's why we have to convert the price. 1 dozen is equal to 12 piece. So P0 here, first of all, what is the P0? Price of the base year is 30. So 30 divided by 12, 2.5. And what is price of the current year? 36 divided by 12, so 3 rupees. 2.5 and 3 is the new price of the item F, and we are converting the price. That's why in the unit column we have to write a pieces, not dozen, right? So here I am writing piece. 1 piece quantity here, 20 pieces. What is the price of the base year? It is 2.5 per piece. Now what is the quantity of current year? 16 pieces. And what is the price of current year? That is 3 per piece. Now see, your doubt is over. Here I am converting all the working notes. I am doing all the working notes and converting this practical question into our regular form. Now you just have to multiply this and then find out Fisher index number. Okay, so here I am doing that. P1 Q0 220 240 90 960 144 and 60. Then P0 Q0, these two, 150 160 72 1560 96 and 50. Then P1 Q1, these two, 12 into 44 528, 12 into 24 288, 150, 36 into 32 1152, 240 and 48. P1 Q1. Now P0 Q1, these two, 360 192 120 1872 160 and 40. Now see here the multiplication. Sigma P1 Q0, sigma P0 Q0, sigma P1 Q1 and sigma P0 Q1 is equal to make the total in your calci 1714 2088 2406 2744. Right? Now we have to just find out the Fisher index number, that is IF is equal to square root sigma P1 Q0 upon sigma P0 Q0 into sigma P1 Q1 upon sigma P0 Q1 into 100. Just put the value here, 1714 upon 2088 into 2406 divided by 2744 into 100. So here the divide 4123884 divided by 572 9472 0.719767 into 100. Square root of this 0.848390 into 100, that is 84 point approximately 84 percentage. See your answer for question number 3, that is Fisher index number for the item, all the items is 84.84 percentage, and you can write that 16% here. 100 minus 84.84, that is 15.16% decrease, 15.16% decrease in the price of all the items, or you can say decrease in the index number. Okay, so here your doubt is over. Now here my lecture, I am complete my lecture here, and your remaining doubts, that is of section F, remaining sums, I will do in my next lecture. Okay, thank you class.